Hello everybody, and this is Chaos with Chaos Esports Productions, bringing you another Bronze to Masters League game. So today we're going to be looking at a PvP. I'm very sorry that I meant to get this video out earlier, but I recorded and rewatched it and said, wow, this is really bad. I need to redo this. So we're going to be recasting this. Like I said, I'm deeply sorry for the delay. I don't like being late on putting out content out there. I like to get these out in the morning. So yeah. Anyways, PvP Daybreak. When I logged into this game, it was very nice to see that I'm playing a diamond level player. So yeah. So basically, this game, I'm actually going to speed it up a little bit because it's actually a fairly short game. And I just want to point out a few of my flaws that I had. I do go ahead and do a 9 pylon scout. You know, typically a lot of people like to go for the 13 so they can get their gateway out a little bit early. But just in case of a, cannon rush, it's definitely a lot better to go ahead and do the 9 pylon. Back in my main base, do the typical 14 assimilator, 15, 16 second pylon, and then get my cybernetics core down once the gateway finishes. So still pretty standard. Basically, what we're going to be looking to do is a typical zealot stalker mothership core trio, as I would say. I go ahead and scout around with my probe since I didn't see the scout because I was too busy checking out what he was doing. So I send out my probe to check, make sure there's no proxy pylons. My zealot is out to do a little bit of checking around itself. And basically, yeah, so my mothership core is out. Everything is going well. I'm going to slow this down because now this is where things start to get a little bit on the fun side. So basically, his probe kind of did a little juke. It came around here, went down toward my third, and then just immediately cut across. I sent my zealot to follow it and kind of was, trying to figure out what the heck was going on. I see the mothership core and immediately think, oh crap, he could be moving out right now. So I send this probe kind of to what would be his 4th or 5th, and basically just gather up my units because I know he's probably going to be sending units. And then I went ahead and choose to place down a proxy pylon over here in case he does choose to be aggressive. And if this doesn't get scouted, I can send in kind of like a counterattack kind of deal. So behind this, I'm going to be getting a second gateway and my Stargate. Now, at this point in time, since he is moving out, I probably should have went ahead and also put down a second gateway, or yeah, second, well, would be my third. That way, I have enough production to keep up with a potential 4-gate, because obviously if he's moving out, he's looking to put on some pressure. And unfortunately, I wasn't holding the Zell Naga Tower for too terribly long and actually missed seeing this probe putting down a proxy pylon himself. I try to catch 2 stalkers out of position. Finally, he comes in with his mothership core, and I'm desperately trying to take that out because obviously time warp is a very good little maneuver that he can use to slow down any zealots that I could potentially warp in. So still getting up units. I do unfortunately make the mistake of not building a Void Ray or even an Oracle to go do some harass myself, and then also this gateway is terribly late from being turned into a warp gate. So things are not looking very good for me. I see he's warped in a lot of units at this point. I throw down a time warp here, which I probably should have held off since the mothership core had just enough time to get there, probably without having to deal with anything. Finally, I get out, start getting my Void Ray, but at this point, it's kind of a little too late. As you can see, if you look at the supply, he is significantly ahead of me in supply. So basically, PvP, when you're this far behind in supply and you don't have enough production to, get units out, you're going to have a lot of time dealing with, hard time dealing with this. I did have a sentry out unfortunately, I don't think. Yeah, it has just enough energy to do one force field, and I don't think that's quite enough to hold this. He does have vision with the mothership core, so that makes holding this ramp a heck of a lot more difficult. So yeah, so basically at this point, I use the force field, trap one of his stalkers in. He uses a force field, and you know, this is kind of where I go back to that usage of the time warp here and over here. Had I not used the second one, I would be a lot closer to having enough energy for photon overcharge, and that probably would have held this off for long enough for me to get enough units out to deal with the pressure that he's putting on. Also, I want to make note that had I, you know, at this point I'm fully aware that I'm being four-gated, but I don't know what he's doing behind this. So even if I do hold this off, I'm a little scared as to what he's teched to, if he's teched at all. Because, I mean, obviously at this point, I have a tech advantage. I've got, you know, my Stargate already up, and I'm, you know, producing stuff out of it. But if I can hold this, things are going to be looking really good in my favor. Now, unfortunately, as I play through this, you'll see that I don't exactly do a very good job holding. So that's a little bit unfortunate on my part, you know. Losing to a diamond player is, you know, kind of bad at this point, because I'm hoping to get promoted to diamond before the transition into the ladder lock phase of this season. So a little bit unfortunate, you know, I'm unable to hold on to this game, and this kind of wraps up the first game for this week. Now, obviously, it's a pretty rough start, and I'm hoping to see some improvement over the week. Hopefully some of the next games are a little bit better. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions about my build, what I did, maybe thoughts of what I should have done, feel free to leave some comments in the section below. Also, if you enjoyed this and want to see more, feel free to like and subscribe. Also, if you'd like to see me do play these games live, I stream on Twitch. I'll leave my Twitch account in the description below so you can follow me there, and I'll see you guys next time.